You are the master of it. I will defer to you on that.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. We've just had the most interesting conversation backstage. Is it backstage? In the green room? Like, what do we call it when it's just waiting in the stream? We need a word for that. I bet there is a word for that.
Off mic.
Green room, off mic. Well, we were on mic, but not on their mic. I don't know. We need a good word for
I
it.
like green room.
Yeah, me too. This is Elixia, our D&D 5e campaign, and this episode is titled "When the Answer to the Riddle is a Riddle." There's a lot that could happen in this episode tonight. One of those episodes where the roads could split in many ways. You can follow us at ZealZaddy both here and on all of our socials. We produce products on Drive-Thru RPG that are D&D 5e products. We put one out per week, except for 2 weeks in the last 4 months. This week was one of them. My partner in ZealZaddy got sick and wasn't able to do the writing he needed to do, so we took a week off. You'll see it next week. We are an only crits affiliate. If you're looking to save a little money on some amazing dice, go check out their dice. DM me anywhere you want, and I'll give you the code. Although it's really pretty simple. It's ZealZaddy, and so that's pretty easy. We're a UO publishing partner because we love their products and we use their products all the time. And they are now 2 times Emmy nominated. Second year in a row. Maybe this year will be the year they break through and they get the win. I'm cheering them on and hoping that it happens because they do put out amazing product. All right, let's get the players on. Let's meet them. Oh, I'm Scott. My pronouns are he, him. I almost forgot my name even. All right. Welcome, everybody. All right, let's start with Jazz, who's like energized tonight.
Yeah, I don't have a reason for it. I'm just excited to be back. Hi guys, I'm Jazz, also known as Cinderscoria on Twitter. You can find me there. That's usually where I hang out. But also you can find me soon. I don't know when, but soon on King's Court Games. For Cult Divinity Lost, and on TTRP GIF's channel for Radiant Crossroads. I'm in the first adventure in that, so when that comes out, I will let you all know. I'm very excited. And also, next next Saturday, I'm going to be in When the End Comes, a horror slasher RPG for charity. That'll be with, oh gosh, let me remember. Let me look.
2 years later.
3 years later. Well, the Lying Knight 42 is setting it up, so that'll be. I watch my Twitter. You'll see. I'll tell everybody. Yeah. That'll be for charity as well. I've been doing a lot of charity streams. It was very, very exciting. People keep reaching out to me, and I can't turn them down. That's not an invitation. I play Jada, our Warforged sorcerer / fighter. I am a fighter, by the way. I don't need magic. I can do stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Morgan, the other one, super energized tonight.
Oh, you're killing me, Scott. What's up, everybody? I am Morgan with Mindfully Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Vesryn Magic, a wood elf wizard. Blade Singer. You can find me on social media everywhere except Twitter at Mindflay Mondays. On Twitter, it's just at MindflayMon. I'm the founder of MindflayMondays.com. It is a team of professional dungeon masters who run games for clients. So whether you're trying to do something for your friends or coworkers, or maybe just throwing a birthday party for your teenage son or daughter, check us out. We have a wonderful team, and they're all ready to jump in and run a game for you and your friends. Besides our pro DMing, I also have D&D related t-shirts on Amazon and other stuff on Redbubble. You can find several published pieces on the DMs Guild as well. And surprise, surprise, we have a podcast named Mindfully Mondays Podcast. We release new episodes every Monday. And you can listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and a bunch of other podcast places. Our main story is a 5e homebrew campaign where the players are currently exploring the Underdark. So come check us out. On the last note, I'm going to throw this out there for me and Blake. We are going to be tomorrow night on another stream over on Dungeons and Dummies YouTube channel, where I will be running a UO Publishing one-shot for Blake, Jess from UO Publishing, Nick from Shard Virtual Tabletop, as well as Alex and Chris from Dungeons and Dummies. So check that out. Cool. It is going to be insane. So other than that, as always, I'm just really, really pumped to be here with this amazing group of people. And I feel very blessed.
All right, Blake.
Hey, yo, everybody. Blake, shoot. You can find me on Twitter at BlakeCFrancis. So I'm definitely excited for the one show that Boris talking about. I can't wait to spend first and being damned by him, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And going around Oracle, like, there's some really good people. I've gotten looking up to play a couple games with them. They're actually just human beings too, which is awesome. So, you know, they make cool stuff and they're nice. Like, you can't beat that. But tonight I'm playing Hipley Amberwater, who's, you know, with a new song. So definitely not going to play that anymore, you know. Smoke in the water, you know, it's whatever. So yeah, so excited to be here and see what this Master Sphinx is going to say, you know. I'm gonna have some words for them as well. But yeah.
All right, Tiffany.
Hey, I'm Tiffany. I use she/her pronouns. I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She's the bard of the party. For my personal stuff, I run the Dungeon Damsels campaign. It's a 5e homebrew game. If you're looking for something that's going to go from 1 to 20, then I'm your place. If you want something that has a bunch of strong female leads, then I'm the place you want to go to. If you want something that's a lot about relationships and feelings, then I'm your place. That's where you want to go. If you want to see a DM me get better over time, then also that, because I started out having no idea what I was doing, and it's been about 3 years. So I've grown a lot, and I'm very proud of what we're doing. I've been doing a hiatus because I've had to deal with real life stuff, and then I got food poisoning, so hiatus is gonna be a little bit longer. And I'm doing okay right now. I'm happy to play with these guys. They always make me feel better, and we always have a good time. So buckle up. Sounds like we got some interesting stuff ahead of us.
And I just want to say, Tiffany also does amazing one-shots. Scott and I had the pleasure of being in a Father's Day one-shot that she ran, and she did an amazing job, so check it out. Support her.
Yeah, if you want to be in a holiday one-shot, then you can DM me. I'm Dungeon_Damsels on Twitter. I might take a while to get back to you, because I'm not super great at social media. It's just not very second nature to me to think about doing it. But I do like doing holiday one-shots. I think they're fun. So if you're interested, you can DM me.
You know, you just missed Asteroid Day, which, you know.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how you passed that one up. You could have run one in the dinosaur era. I mean, sadly, we would know how it ended, but you know.
See, the next, I kind of like doing. Oh, Blake wants to join. Okay, yeah. I like doing less I guess American mainstream. Okay, I'm not gonna say this. Forget I said that. I like doing holidays from all cultures.
Yeah.
So I did a Hanukkah one, and that was really neat. I had to do a lot of homework, but I did get it approved by a resident Jewish player. Now I'm gonna look up holidays to see what's next.
All right.
It's got
Natalie.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, and I play Thesis, our Circle of Stars druid with a level of Warlock. We both use she, they pronouns. You can find me on most places on the internet with Ghost Candle. Best place is Twitter, where I post all my updates and the like. You can also find me on Ko-Fi, which works as my digital goods store. I have a lot of emote packs in there, and this last week I posted a Firbolg pack. So check that out. I have packs update every Friday. So there, you can also find my commissions page there if you want character art of your tabletop character. That's available. I have 2 slots. And supporters just get stuff, like my blogs about how I have my characters and make them and relate to them and get into the feels of it. You can also find me on Twitch with Ghostly Candle, where I'm just a variety streamer. I do a Ironsworn solo campaign, which has been very fun and interesting. So if you want to check that out, you can. I think that's it.
I just want to say her emote packs are super adorable. I got her mold pack, and I was just like, you should look at them if you want really cute emotes.
Yep.
Yeah, I got all the metallic dragons, chromatic dragons, just finished gem dragons. I got holiday, cobalt, and goblin from this past holiday season. So if you want to get ready for Christmas early, perfect for your party discords.
Christmas in July.
Yeah,
so.
Christmas in July.
I just realized all of our art has you at like 3 or 4 levels back. Oh, I need to update all that. It only took 5 months of looking at it to notice. All right.
Can I just point something out real quick?
Yeah.
I am loving everybody's energy tonight.
Nice. It's Power Ranger energy, I think.
Oh my
It
god.
is, right?
Just kidding. No,
This is hyped with Power Ranger.
Jess, I think it's morphine time.
No!
You got the perfect little screen right now. Like, look, it's right here. Like,
We're definitely morphing into something.
It's morphin.
Morphin, yes.
Time. Thank
You
you.
gotta get it right. Okay? You gotta get it right.
better watch out,
You
Scott.
gotta
You
get it
better.
right. It doesn't work.
It's gonna get you. You better watch out.
All right. So, anyone want to do a recap of last week? Or do you want to collectively do it?
A lot of stuff happened last week. We backtracked. We reunited a couple. I forget. Oh my god, my names. It was beautiful. But before that, we all explored that cave. So we ended up in front of a creepy little cave. Just had to go inside it. This could be part of a test. Went inside. Found a whole bunch of bones, like a whole bunch of old, broken down, this.
Yeah.
It's been beasting there for quite a bit.
Kind of like just junk. We found a bunch of.
There was a
gems.
fresh camel.
Oh yeah, we did. We found a bunch of gems.
Yeah.
Oh, the couples was Centaura and Makar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And-
They were a Jin couple.
We actually found Sakara in the cave.
Makar.
No, Makar. Found Makar in
In
the
a
cave.
little,
Mhm.
I guess we referred to it as an ocarina.
Yeah.
Was how we deciphered what it was. But a little kind of device that had holes in it, and when
Which we did not get at first. Is this like a spinning top?
Yeah.
Scott was like, no.
What's going on?
It's okay.
Oh man. So.
Yep.
And then we had to backtrack too. So it was like, hey, we need to keep going forward on a time crunch. It was like, how can you not pair them back up? They've been missing for thousands of years. It was worth it. So
yeah,
we split up too because the investment was slow. So Thesis, okay. So the whole recap, Thesis rocks. That's Ned just pretty
I
much saved
wild
the whole
shape
thing.
so much that now the body is just tingly and burning. No idea if I even feel the body anymore. It's just what am I?
they saved the whole session. They were fantastic the whole time. So they actually, because Dwen and Thesis actually took off. They went off to go actually reunite them because otherwise it'd be too slow to run and people doesn't run. It's not about that. No. So yeah, so they got reunited. It was really cool and sweet. Our had a little incident by a camel being eaten by maybe our pet. Maybe we might have eaten one. We never verified though. It could have been anything that ate a camel. So we never actually verified who ate the camel. Just saying.
We paid for it though.
Yeah,
literally
we
paid
did.
for it.
We did pay for the camel, and they gave us camels because the Jin couple were very appreciative, which helped us.
You had a clutch insight check too.
Because we lost those camels.
How many tools do you need? Starting on slowly. It was perfect insight.
I rolled
And
a
then-
4.
and then after we got on the road, we lost those camels pretty quickly.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
lasted a day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
got.
but-
Yeah, we ran into a dragon, and so
Trouble.
we
was
we
cool.
had to feed our basilisk. So we split the party. Dwen and Vesryn were back at the camp, and the rest of the party was like, oh, well, let's go hunting. So they went hunting, and they found this baby dragon after they had...
They thought it was a lizard.
It was a dragon. We didn't know
I thought
it was a
just a
dragon.
lizard.
Yeah.
But turns out it's a baby dragon, and their parent didn't really appreciate them being petrified.
But they did appreciate that we fixed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Desus tried very hard.
in our defense, it got like intact trouble first by spitting acid on us, so it was just fighting back. But yeah, the dragon wasn't happy. It was like the what did it say? The camels are forfeit.
Yes.
Yep, that was the line.
Yep.
And it was undecided on the rest of us.
Yeah, it swooped down and ate up the camels, and Dwin and Vesryn were like, what is happening?
Yeah, because we had no clue. We're just sitting there, and all of a sudden a dragon just like, I'm going to eat your camels. And we're like,
Okay.
Excuse
what?
me.
Yep.
And no spells too, so there's no that popped off. In a
Yeah.
bad way.
Yeah. No spells.
I couldn't fireball the dragon.
No.
Not that I would have.
There'd be no way. I don't know how we would have gotten out of that went to a battle. But yeah, so we made it through. Our camels were eaten, so we had to.
We camped in a cave. We're like, we'll hide in this cave over here.
Yeah. Yep.
We did get water from it though, at least I think. So that was
There was
in the cave, yeah.
full of water, rested, and then we found our way to the steps of the ziggurat.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we could climb the
Eventually.
giant 20-foot steps.
Without magic.
Without magic.
So they're climbing over this goes into a spider, walks around, it's like, wait guys, there's stairs. over
Yeah,
here.
wild shape has been your saving grace this whole time.
Vesryn's like, maybe there's steps on the other side. And so you're like, let me go look. And you're like, oh yeah, there's steps over here. Let's go over here.
It was just a mountain's worth of steps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did the pilgrimage.
We're at the top.
Collapsed at the top.
What we think is the top.
Well, the thing told us we passed, because there, as we collapsed, it was there.
Did it say we passed or just said, I knew you'd make it? So he was like, of course you'd make it.
And you
laughed and best friends choked me out because I kept playing Smoke in the Water.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like a Homer Simpson Bart moment. Why are you little? Ah!
And you are taking a breather at the top of the steps, and ahead of you there's a square top to the ziggurat with a gold ornate door, and on both sides there are statues of Lamassu, which are kind of like sphinxes but a little different, and they have bull bodies and a golden head, wings, and there is mist and fog up here. You're in the clouds on the mountain, and there's nothing else here.
Well, wait.
It sounds about right.
I'm just gonna sit. Sit.
Well, I'm never gonna walk again, so.
My body feels like water.
Jade,
Oh,
have you been tired? I mean,
You're very quiet.
Why are you breathing so heavy?
Stairs are the worst thing to flesh bodies.
That was a lot of stairs.
but our glutes are gonna be so
Like a lot.
really good.
Oh, we're going to be popping, yeah, but...
Jada, one
the
thing that
bird.
has been happening to you that has been troublesome is the sand in the area has been so fine, it's been getting into the seams, and you're constantly have to clean it out. And if you don't, you end up with this feeling of crunchiness in what would be the equivalent of your joints. And it is just constant.
Yes, the crunching is unpleasant.
Is that what that sound was? Oh.
It's... Do you also have sand in your extremities?
It honestly feels like it.
I have sand everywhere. not fun.
We need baths.
But at least it's going to be nicely. It's going to be really fine. You know, it's going to what do you call it? So, you know, scrape up all like the dirt. So exfoliating. There we go.
It'd be so wonderful if we had access to magic, because I would just press a digitation, all of us, and we'd be right as rain.
Listen, you know that the magic is each other, okay? Like, we are the magic.
So Odysseus attempts to stand up. Stares at the door.
So I guess we're going to. I guess I'm just going to slowly crawl up and just knock.
Oh, ask our friend here. Is it still out here? Did it go away?
Did it leave?
It left, and it became one of the statues.
Whatever. Quickly to roll his eyes, just knock on the door.
Well, when you get to the door, you see in fairly small type some words in what you now recognize as the gods' language, the old language.
I don't think we know some reasons. Like, okay, well, some words I don't know. Knock, knock, knock. If there's no read it.
You would know that she can read it though.
I do, but I'm not. No.
She's
pyramid. No.
She's just guzzling water, being like, ugh, just zoning out, and you're like, nah.
Look back, just like,
And when you knock, it feels like you're knocking on a plate of metal, like gold, not on a wooden door or something painted gold. And it feels like there's no sound seeping through, or it would be hard to know if there was.
You know, pull up the little staff and use that to knock. Like, just tap down on there, see if that makes it any louder. Just kind of tap it on it. Alright, well.
Is there like a riddle or something to this?
I'm coming.
There's some words.
She gets up and like hobbles over after a really, really hard leg day.
Yeah, let's all just help each other. I kind of
They're on one side.
Scoop under
Oh my
Gwen.
god, it runs tall, so I'm only 2 feet tall. Just like,
Okay, what are we looking at? Goes and reads it.
It says, "In the light, all truths are revealed, all lies are purged."
Okay. It says in the truth. Oh no, in the light, all truths are revealed. Can you say it again, or I'm writing it?
In the light, all truths are revealed, all lies are purged.
All lies are
purged.
Ooh.
okay,
We have to shine like a light or something on the door?
is it sunny looking around? Like, I mean, I feel like we're in the land and we're
Right?
near the sun, I think, at this point, so.
Is there any lies that need to be purged between us at this moment? Any shocking things, any truths that nobody knows yet that we should share before? Like, why didn't you tell us?
Why don't you start? That's a good idea, Bess. You should start, Bess. It's a great idea.
I'm honestly a pretty open book. I don't really think I have anything to hide from you. My family hates me.
Well, it's not true. I mean, your sisters love you.
Bess, we don't hate you.
Yeah.
He has a complicated relation with his family, but
I like that. That's a much more better phrase. A very complicated relationship with my family. Yeah, it's really, really valid. I mean, there's no other secrets amongst us.
I pretty much told you guys everything. She's just like, I don't think so.
I mean, sometimes I read fiction, so I mean, there's that. But you guys know that now. That's whatever. That's whatever.
What? How?
You lied to me!
I read your book, okay?
We can
so
no
read
longer
your
travel
book.
together. We can no longer travel together. You've lied about reading this. All right.
I'm watching I sleep.
I mean, wait, what?
To be fair, when we all take watch, we kind of watch each other sleep. So that's a fair statement.
But I mean,
That sounded very creepy the way you said that.
Who's the funny sleeper?
Yes, that's
Right?
it.
I point on Thesis.
That would be me.
how does Jesus sleep? I mean, if you don't want me asking Jesus, I mean, how?
Now, I have a question. My father snores when he trances. Do I snore when I trance?
What is
You do like a nasally thing? Just like,
yeah, that.
That's the worst. Well, at least it's not as bad as my father, but thank you.
I mean, it is kind of. I mean, okay.
Thanks, Hipley. Thank you. Yes, we know. All right. Well, now that we are all of our secrets out of the way, we should try to figure out how to get into this place. We've revealed our truths.
I guess I'll light a lantern, and she pulls out her lantern and starts.
And when you light the lantern, the doors where the light hits it strongest seem to not be there.
I'll like stick my hand.
Goes right through the door.
All right. Whenever there's light, they lose their solidness.
All truths will reveal the door is a lie because the light's on it. Ooh.
It's true. The door would be a lie. It's purged in the light. I hope the floor's not a lie.
one way to find out.
She kind of like steps in there, and can you? If she steps in it, does the door like vanish in the area that the light's on, or does it just lose its solid quality?
It stays emptied in the area.
Okay, yeah. All right.
The light seems to work from both sides.
Okay. She has it and holds it on the floor. The
floor is
doesn't
fine.
Go. All right. The floor's good.
Good.
When you go to shine the floor, Vesryn steps away from you, like completely, like I don't want to be there.
Yeah. The floors, though, are made of mosaics, small tile mosaics that make these really beautiful patterns, which you've never seen before, I don't think.
You can make a lot of money off these, just kind of plan spinning them.
Vesryn's gonna make a mental note because when we build our bathhouse, he wants this to be like in the bathhouse.
What's this floor thing? And she.
It would look great in the bathhouse that we're going to build in Elixia.
Yeah.
Can you write that down, Glenn?
Sure. She makes a note. Tiny squares on floor can make nice designs. I don't know what to call it yet.
Yeah. So, I guess the rest of you walk through the light hole.
I store inside.
And you're inside, and there are columns that head down what seems to be just a huge space. And in the distance, going both ways, there seems to be columns all evenly spaced into an area that seems larger than it should be for the space that this block seemed to be holding. And way at the end, you see, way on the other side, almost directly down from you, you see fires lit in the distance.
I'm going to try Mage Hand. Can we do magic? I'm going to try to do Mage Hand.
What are you trying to do with the mage hand?
See if I can make it see if it works. Just see if magic is.
And you make a mage hand in the air.
I will immediately press the digitation myself and each of the party members to get rid of all the sand off of us.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Jazz is number 2. I'm 1. I got to get out of all my areas. Jazz is number 2.
A lot of sand drops out of your pants as it gets in your shorts, and it's awful. Sand in the desert.
Oh.
I imagine a mom, rubbing, you got some stuff on you, that kind of feeling.
Now that feels so much better.
Can we get some magic light going on?
Ooh, Vesryn, I think you're getting a tan.
I've got light.
Oh, great.
That's
Now we
light.
got more than one source. Well, I suppose we'll have to go towards there, and she points towards the fires in the distance.
He's walking like he wants to speak to the manager.
Who's the manager of this place? Is it like means business or angry walk to the manager? You know, there's two different.
It's both. It's like the angry business, like, okay, I need to do you work here? Are you the manager? So I'm just gonna just walk forward, just still kind of tired though. So like he thinks he's walking fast, but like actually really slow because his legs are already dead.
Yeah.
Hipley, make me a perception check.
We should probably follow him so he's not too far.
Ooh, that's a good
They're on.
roll. That's gonna be. Let's see, 8, I think. Please.
So by good you mean bad.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Solid.
The perfect role for the situation.
Tired.
Yeah, he's tired. He's got that
I got this.
zoned in.
Yeah, and as you're walking that way, out of the corner of your eye, you see other fires off to the left and others off to the right. But you can only see fire back there. You don't really see anything else.
Means there's something else there, but okay, so I'm just gonna keep walking then. Because I just see fire, I'm like, yeah, it's just fire, it's whatever.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
That's when he's
Catch up to
following.
him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as he started moving, I started following because I know he can't see in the dark.
Well, there's light though. There's like somewhat. I mean, it's,
Oh, like is it like kind of like a hallway of lights?
No, it's darkness
it's
between
dark.
Yeah.
So it's
places
like
of light.
in a theater, it's just lights on either side of the aisle
Yeah.
leading you.
Oh man, see, I'm just walking in the dark, just like, hope they
Yeah.
don't trip.
I'm just like,
There's
oh, I guess
darkness
he's going.
between your light and the fires in the distance.
I will.
Oh, how is Trouble doing? I want Trouble next to me too, because he's like my security blanket. So he's kind of giving me confidence. So like, oh, I'm gonna walk with Trouble. Just
Oh, then you're not walking very fast because Trouble is not a fast
Yeah.
walker.
I'll slow it down there because he's like my safety blanket, which is
I'm-
kind of comfortable.
I'm also going to summon Soul because I haven't had Soul by my side in some time.
Okay.
Just so she can be on my shoulder.
Yeah, when Soul is summoned, it creates a little glow also. So now you've got the light from Jada. You've got a little bit of a glow from Soul and the distant fires. And can I get perception checks from the rest of you?
Sure.
Anybody's gonna stop
Which
at
die?
some
This
point.
die.
As you're
Oh, wait.
walking.
Don't remember my stats anymore. Hold on.
I'm a total of 18.
13.
28.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
I rolled an
okay, okay, everybody, okay.
I was only slightly better, and I don't think I saw anything either, so don't feel bad. Like I said, 13 for me, buddy. I'm right there with you.
Cerridwen, you recognize on one of the columns, which are covered in mosaics, a figure that you've seen. I'm wondering how many times you've seen her. It's Ta'ana, who was Blake's predecessor.
She'll be looking
And he went right past.
She's looking and then she stops and just zones in on that. Wait, and then if Hipley's still in range, she'll just kind of grab him and be like, look at this.
Yeah, he's going slow because he put his.
Wait, I think there's a mosaic of Ta on that right here. Look at it. Do you think it's her?
I mean, I think I'd recognize it probably, so.
Yeah, and she's holding a book in her hands, outstretched like this, and the pages are out. And on one side there are words, and on the other side there are other words, and you can tell that they look like the translations. You were the translation of the book.
Oh, the basis okay. The one that we have that we still have back in the library, correct?
Yeah.
That one.
I think it's the book, yeah.
Are there other people? Are there other people on mosaics too? Like,
Now that you look, there are people on all the columns. People, monsters, ships, and battles, and moments of enlightenment, and all kinds of things.
you think he put this here before she died? Or after?
You can always ask once we get that.
Yeah. Before we go on though, I do want to say, I appreciate you guys all being here. I do. I know I can be a little grumpy sometimes, but I do appreciate all you guys. Because I don't think I'd made it this far, made it here. Close to you guys, so.
Are you rolling your dice?
At the bottom, it has her name in a little scroll work. And you notice on the others, down near the base, there's names of people or creatures in scroll work also.
It just their names, or just like, is there anything else on it?
No, just the names.
Do I recognize any of the names? Do they have
You do recognize a few as people of legend in a few cases. Monsters that did amazing feats in mythology, things like that.
Wow. So she is a legend at this point.
Well, I guess here, but I mean, back down there, you know, the real world, I mean. But no, she did make a. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, at least from Cyberpunk, remember her. So, I don't know.
Probably a lot of people remember through their travels and stuff. But regardless if she's like world renowned, famous, you know she's done a great deal.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I don't know exactly. That's all that matters. I mean, it's the memories that we have. That's all that really matters. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, and I feel like, you know, if there's almost the right people remember you, I guess that's the most important thing over the quantity. So.
All of her actions and memories are with you.
But
And you're going to remember a lot more than this. Is it a mural? Mural of squares?
Mosaic. Oh, mural.
Yeah,
You're
the
trying to come up with the word.
player
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Desus doesn't know what to call it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a player. I know.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, if I die, don't let them put me on one of these things, okay? You all promise me that. If I die, you want to be.
I make no
I want
promises
me to be
because, to be fair, once we leave here, I don't plan on coming back. Going through that desert with no magic is not something I wish to ever do again. So if your Sphinx wants to put you up on here in a mural, I don't think I'm going to come back and say no. I think I'm just going to let it happen.
Do you not want to be remembered?
No, you guys will remember me. Like, I don't need them to remember me. Like, I think you guys are gonna remember me. I mean, I feel like. I mean,
What's your name? Who are you?
who is anybody?
Oh, it got deep.
You better be careful. The Sphinx might be listening, and that may be the next question.
You know that they are. You know for sure that they are. There's no one over here and they're not listening. But let's keep going. Let's get this done with. Don't take a minute more to get to Hana. Just kind of take us like a sigh and just keep walking.
And you continue heading down the space, and you find a column that is empty. It's the first one you've seen that doesn't have the tiles all over it, except when you look down and it says Hipley Ambwater.
I already started you.
Yep, I'm not telling them no.
But there's no image or anything. There's nothing on it.
See, I gotta die. See, I told you guys. I told you. Gotta be dead. That's something. Whoop, there you go.
What happens if you die and we're with you? Do we get put on the mural as well?
Whoa, that's one interesting.
Like group shots is all of.
Yeah, Hipley, and it shows you all, heroic and us standing behind you. I mean, that could be interesting.
But really, why though? Like, why would you do something like that? I mean, come on.
Greatness needs to be remembered by some.
It's not being remembered, but it's in their home. Who's remembering this other than them?
As you said, it matters to those who choose to remember you. The Sphinx clearly thinks you matter enough to be remembered, at least for themselves.
You're just recorded memories. This is how you learn from your predecessors. Oh, Jazz has never said that word out loud.
It's a good word.
I think you would appreciate this as somebody who studies history and reads all these books. I mean, in a sense, those books are in many ways just the same as these murals.
Yeah, but you guys like that library is like, hopefully I do want to have a place where everyone can use it. I mean, and like that's what let you guys use it. Other people use it too. I want it to be not up somewhere on a pyramid, like just like it's gonna be here forever and not read by anybody, but or just me. I mean, the joy in reading is like, next year.
It's for who's after you. I'm sure each and every one of the people on these murals thought the same. But we're looking back at them.
I mean,
Well,
We won't live forever. Well,
yeah, I
we
know.
won't live
Fine,
forever.
you
I'm gonna.
might.
We went through this. We've been through this. I'm gonna die first for all of you guys. Like I'm already kind of old. Like yeah. Like
I'm not talking
you guys are
about that.
definitely gonna.
I really don't like getting to talk like that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's.
I mean, he is an old man. Look at him. I mean, he's like still huffing and puffing. Well, he's been up the stairs for how long? And he's still
It's
huffing.
true. I'm still.
You hear the
every-
creak
every-
of the
every now and then
joints?
I'm coughs, so-
And those creaking, I can't do anything about that with the presentation. That's his
You
needs.
see, you
That's
see
all
that faint,
you.
you see that faint image of Hitler like up here, like on it already. You see like this surge of force. It's happening, you guys. There we go.
going on.
I mean, I get it. I don't know. And they always will keep saying like these words that we're dying for, but ever since we went to the other place, there's it's like these words are worth living for, and I feel like that's a much better way to live. I mean, why focus on like the death part? I guess it's gonna happen, of course, but I
Well,
don't know.
I've been thinking about that. Perhaps from what we saw in that place, they seemed like they didn't have access to a lot of knowledge. So the message there was to live and learn. Whereas here we have massive, access to knowledge, but there's certain things that need to be protected, and those are the words that are worth dying for. We were chosen to protect something from the wrong people, and I think that's what that means. I don't think it's so much that die for just any old words.
Don't make this make sense.
Don't apply logic.
I am a wizard who literally thinks about logic all the time. Sorry.
I think that's a good fair point. I mean, different
It is.
different people are gonna have different roles.
I want to be in the other one. I want to be the one where we're dispersing knowledge, not just like having to protect it from creeping like Nios and all that.
Well, maybe once we deal with it all, you can be that other side.
Perhaps we should go find out before you do die and are on this before we continue to the next room.
Well, it's not really different rooms. It's just one huge
Well,
room.
Then further down the
Yeah.
tunnel here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your little troublemaker's outside the light and already gone further than you. So
Trouble.
Dang it, oh
You
god.
gotta
Treble.
play a song.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Wait, before you play the song, I will
Smoke in the
dismiss
water,
soul and
please.
I'll plug my ears.
Like really loud, just blow it, smoke in the water.
I accompany him just to make it a little better.
to save it. A great musician and a bad musician play together. Is it really mediocre or is it something different?
What are you trying to say? Who's this bad musician you're speaking of?
And Treble is just a little bit outside the light and turns and comes back a little bit to the
There
music.
you are. Don't scare us that way. I mean, if you turn the snakes into, they can already turn into I mean, Trouble, I'm not gonna say no. Okay, let's look at that. Like, if it happens, I won't be mad. Okay, I'm just saying. Can I pat it on the head and, you guys ready to keep going?
Yes.
So you continue on, and you pass many other columns with different mosaics and stuff. Some, as you proceed, are empty, and eventually you get to a place where you can see the light from the fires is in these braziers that are on the ground. These big golden.
What are the names
bowls.
on those empty ones?
What?
Were there names? What are the names on those ones? Were there names on the other empty ones?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to write this one. I was
That's
gonna write
fine.
down the names if there were.
And as you move forward, there are, like I said, these big golden braziers with fire in them. Although there's nothing burning in them, it's just fire. And behind it is a stone slab, like a marble slab. And there's nothing there. And then a moment later, there is a creature in it that you would recognize at this point.
Are you popping it into Shard?
I'm going to see if it's there. I may have forgotten to put it there.
God.
Actually popped up for a second.
What was it? The one the big bulky one with like the.
You know what?
head?
It is not there, but I thought I put it in there today. Give me a second. I'll put it there. I need to get its image. Well, I thought I got all that stuff out of the way earlier, and I missed.
It happens.
Jesus, how are you doing? I mean, I know that you're way away from the water. It's been like this heat and all the since we carried us. You literally carried us.
And I'm getting a little antsy from being away from the ocean for so long. I've never been away from water this long. And yeah, that was the most wild shaping I've ever done in a 24-hour period. So I'm feeling muscles in very weird ways.
Yeah.
Very weird ways.
Because I can't feel like it. I do so much. Like, I mean, like I said, I've only tried to kill you. You keep stacking up higher and higher and higher and higher. Like, there's no way.
Well, maybe it's my tiefling side enjoying collecting debts.
Suddenly.
Suddenly her true plans appear.
You owe me heavily. Like, oh.
And that is what it looks like.
Ooh.
And it wasn't there before, and it was just suddenly there. And it's
hello.
And it's huge. It is maybe 30 feet tall. So you guys are very tiny comparatively.
How did we miss this?
You know, it kind of just blends in, I guess.
I'll like nudge heavily. Say something.
I'm supposed to say one. Hello.
That's a good start. Yeah.
Do you have an answer for me?
To the riddle.
I know.
Vesryn knows you probably know, but he still does that to you.
Just then we just look at somebody that's siding like.
And it's not smoke on the water.
That's no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, thinking about it, I've been overthinking it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't. I mean, I thought about it. I mean, my friends here gave me some wonderful answers, but I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Tell him some of the answers. At least see if
I mean, this is all of them. We'll start shooting them out. I mean, someone said an artichoke. Like, artichoke, you know, that was one of the fantastic answers we've heard. So, artichoke?
And there's no response.
So no response. Okay, so no on the artichoke. No on the artichoke. What about,
deck of cards.
or did someone say a tree, I think?
That was
A
me.
tree.
That was hardwood.
Tree.
Okay.
No.
I thought I was clever.
That was a great answer. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
I said love.
Aww.
Oh, this thing love. No.
You've had all this time, and that is all the answers you have to a riddle with innumerable answers.
Cards. Deck of cards.
Wait, innumerable answers. That means that there's multiple. There's not even just one answer. It's not like we've been only just We haven't been just sitting around thinking of this riddle. We've been doing a lot of other things as well, which I'm sure you're aware of. We've done quite a few things since then. I mean, it's...
All of those were correct. But you've had so long, you could have... There were so many more that I would think a mind like yours would have come upon it. Darkness, jewels, the heart of a matter. There are answers innumerable. And you come with artichoke and cards and a tree.
And love.
I mean,
Yeah.
Do you want us to name more?
Well, I mean, to be fair, he wasn't told to come up with a million answers. He was just told to come up with one. And he's provided you more than one. I think that's fair to consider.
that's what's fine. No, they're definitely right. Could have come with a lot more answers, so I'll take it. Yep, you're right. I could have come up with more answers, and I did not. You're correct.
Has the library functioned for you?
Yes, very well. It's worked very well.
Have you explored the depths of the depths of the knowledge within?
Yeah, so the group I would they say definitely have. I haven't been as studious as I was before. I'm not gonna lie, but it's been very useful for finding a lot of things that's been going on recently down there. So yes,
Still so much to learn.
Have you gone beyond the books?
No, I'm not. What do you mean by that?
So you've had the library for quite a long time also, and you've limited yourself to what is on the surface.
Yes. Yep, I didn't think to explore. I mean, when I first got into those circumstances, my mindset wasn't, oh, Jahan is dead, let me delve deeper into here. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't thinking that was not my first thought to just delve right in. So
Ta'ana has ascended, she is not dead. And that's where I wish for you to be in the future.
I look at Vesryn and when they say ascended, I'm like, when you ascended, come again. You said ascended. What do you mean by ascended? Where were they?
Gone to the heavens. To her heavens. Taken before death. Her soul taken before death. So she would not experience that.
Was that your doing, or was that?
Yes. I protect those that I choose to protect. But I expect that they grow and appreciate the things that help them grow. I do appreciate that you have grown closer to your friends and associates.
Looks at Vesryn when he says that part, doesn't he?
But that alone will not save you in the future.
No. And I do appreciate that you at least that she not to suffer. So for that, I'll forever be in your debt. So whatever it is you want me to do, whatever it is, I will do it. I will, I can study more. I can, I can definitely be more studious. I can grow. I'll discover what I need to. So
It is your turn to protect all of the people you saw on the columns on the way in. And your friends. We're at the stage where everyone will live or everyone will die that's in this room, depending on what you do in the near future. Myself is included in that.
okay, that's a ton of
It's a little heavy.
that's a
Yeah.
that's a ton of pressure. I mean, I don't want to. Wow. Okay. Well, There. Okay. Well, that's gonna be fun to worry about now. 24/7.
You've been on the road to this for quite some time, and you've gained a lot of knowledge and information that you need to.
Yeah, but that's different when it's just my
Forward.
life, though. I mean, it's different. I mean, yes, I want to protect them, but I don't want to be the cause of like their death. But that's when it's just me.
Then be
that's
the cause
fine.
of their life.
Yeah, but I'm just scared that I can't. I mean, not that I don't want to, but I'm just me. I'm just Hipley. I'm just whoever that is. I'm just a human being.
I would not have
That's-
chosen you had I thought you'd be incapable of this.
Vesryn will put his hand on Hipley's shoulder when he says that and says, I believe in you. And I'll like squeeze your shoulder, letting you know that you have my trust.
I appreciate that. Can I put the hand on top of it? I appreciate that. So. I mean,
And and in front of all of you, in between the Sphinx, there is a body appears in front of you that looks unconscious. A half-elf maybe, dressed in black with a black ring and a tattoo behind their ear of a vine.
And we've never seen this person before, correct?
You've not seen this person. You've seen the tattoo before. And you've seen the ring before.
Agents of Karos?
have we all seen them?
It's all there. This member of the Vine has been trying to find and kill me for years now. You may dispatch them.
So,
Is that
would
the
you? I mean, just okay. So the body is okay. So the body's there. It's corporeal. Like, is it really like it's there?
Yeah, looks like
Just
a half elf.
There's nothing we can do to any other options here.
And there's no words.
I'm not comfortable just killing someone
Yeah.
outright while they're unconscious.
Second thought, can we like drag him around and throw him in jail somewhere?
I mean, if you want to wake him up, we can fight him.
I know we can have trouble, turn him into a stone, and then how long can they be stoned before they die?
That's a good question.
When he awakens, he would surely kill all of you.
Yeah, that's why
But
we
at
put
least-
him in a jail cell before that happens.
At least it'd be a fair fight on who've ever fought everyone, just like, in stasis, and just kill them that way. I mean, yes, what they've probably done is terrible, especially trying to kill you. I get that, but
If we just
Just-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. You're good. That's what I mean. No, you're good.
As you, I think we all agree on this. We want to be better than our enemy. This is something that they would do to us. I just don't feel that is the right course of action. Evil as this person may be, just outright killing somebody while they sleep. No trial, no conversation, no chance to change. Doesn't sit well with myself, and I don't think with the rest either.
People can change. I mean, it's definitely possible. That's a good point. People definitely can change.
Sphinx has a point too.
Well, I mean, it is an easier answer to just kill him than it's just said and done, but
Easy isn't always the best.
great.
It might be smarter.
Smarter isn't always the best. Sometimes when you only do things out of logic, it leads to worse scenarios.
What is
Lines
the
of
scenario?
moral gets blurred.
Morality, love. If we only thought with our minds and not with our hearts, then the world would be a very cold place.
Then what would you do with him?
Yes, I would
What
lock
happened?
him.
First, we should tie him up, see what we can learn from him. Knowledge, as you know, is appreciated, I would think. Perhaps we can learn more about where they came from, why they're doing this. Maybe we've met
Better
people
understand them.
Yeah, we met people that have been forced to do things. The young lady that tried to ruin the
manipulated from thinking about her child. So that's a good point.
True, they could. Yeah, this person could be under some sort of charm, or I'm
And that's a brings up a good point. The best way to take down enemies to learn and to see, like, actually learn from them too. To not learn from them, but learn enough about them to be able to better take them down in the future. So if you lose the opportunity to learn, then I mean you're not really solving anything. It's like an opportunity.
If this person is skilled enough to get in here, and as you said, can kill us if they wake, they might know quite a bit about our enemy's operations.
And the body turns to smoke in front of you. The resolve you have now is the resolve you will need soon. Your enemies will be upon you when you leave.
the ziggurat.
You will not leave out the ziggurat.
Where will we go? Will we be returning to Wythe? Will we be returning to the city where we were supposed to go back to? Or where are you sending us when we leave here?
You will choose where you wish to go. You will leave the way that you came.
Portal. Okay.
This is Vesryn. Okay, Vesryn. So we're beyond to next.
The portal that brought us here. Do you know much about it?
I know what I know about it.
It seemed to allow us to see into others' lives, those that were close to us, and then further and further away. What is the purpose of that? I mean, what can we do, and how far does it go? Could we use this against our enemies?
The portal allows entry to the plane of dreams and is the only portal that does.
Where we went to.
Dreams.
That's where we're all together to share each other's memories.
Mm-hmm. And then we were able to see the other peoples who've met us, and then further out.
Did we use the plane of dreams to travel here from where we were?
You can go anywhere you wish from the plane of dreams.
So we could go directly to the eye if we wanted to.
If you chose to do that.
Could I go to the shadow, to where my mother is? The shadow.
Dreams touch the lives of everyone on every plane.
So is it like we're traveling? I mean, I could be wrong. It's like we're traveling through dreams almost. I mean, whatever.
Several of you know of the story of a god trying to share their dreams. That shard is the remnants of that attempt.
Wow. Vesryn will look at Dwin on that one, because that was from like season 1. We were in that one place where we found out about the god sharing his dreams with the other god.
Yeah, I was two lady gods, but yeah.
Yeah.
What does he mean? What does he mean by that shard?
The stone that we touched, that crystal.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
That's from the dream. Oh, from the actual god itself.
The god who created that, Kalius, still lives, as do many people that some of you know. But if you fail at stopping Nyos, all the portals will be closed from this world. That's what you're up against. And the most important weapon you have is actually one of you is not of flesh.
Look at
I
you.
was gonna say, I was just like, well,
Many of these magics work differently on those that come from the powers of Mechanus.
did you know what always do your secret weapon?
And the weapon that
Well, you're not a weapon. That was weird. I figured more just no. I misspoke. You're not just no. You're far from just a weapon. So no.
You're what Nios has been trying to create and failing at. Only because of your creator has their interest been drawn so heavily to you.
Oh, and we've known this too. That's why Chandra was so. We dispatched someone who was working with them.
Naos is the one who tried to invent living metals and stole some of the magics through others from Mechanus, allowing the existence of your friend here and their siblings. But Naos has been unable to replicate that. There's something that Naos doesn't understand and is missing that he would learn if he gained her.
I'm missing the heart.
But
the soul.
without Jada, you won't be able to pass the magics that Naos has set up for whomever tries to infiltrate the eye.
If we go to the eye now, will we be ready to face what is there, or do we need...
I will not determine your destination or your direction. You go on your time. Time is not that meaningful to me. Sorry.
Do you know if my mother is still alive in the Shadowfell?
Old, but alive.
You know what? Let's go to the Shadowfell. Vesryn, you waited long enough for this. You went to the desert for me. You did all this stuff for us. Let's go to the Shadowfell.
We might be able to get help from there too.
Maybe able to find the back door into his place as well.
Oh. And we know he can't do it without Jada, so I mean, I think we have the time to do it.
I will say one thing, though, about your son. Taliesin has a challenge coming to him soon with the one you may remember named Pauli, who will cross the plains soon and be on Elixia with your son and with your mother. But if you choose to help there, you will lose the ability to help your friends.
You mean like they won't be able to return? Is that...
He will have a challenge and decisions to make.
We can warn him.
I mean,
do I know what kind of challenge? Are you...
he will come across his old friend, Pauli, the magician that you battled in Ravis.
Not so tough. Me and Vesryn hit him a couple times, I think, with that.
Pauli and some other people will be crossing, I would say soon, but I don't know what if that means the same thing to you as it does to me.
I mean, humans don't live that long, so to me it sounds a little more perhaps I mean hopefully in my lifetime, but do you know why they want to what they were looking for coming over? I can't remember.
Pauli will be a chance encounter. They're not coming for Talus, and it will be unexpected on both parts.
I have faith in Talus, and I mean the way you guys have, from the short amount of time he's doing things to him, like I have no doubt that he's gonna whatever chance of it come.
When
He's gonna mess up.
I can't ask you to come. I can't ask any of you to come. I do plan to go to the Shadowfell.
Rest we're all going. Stop. You know we're going. Don't even. Don't even say it.
I'm the one who swore blood oath.
I will swore. Give me the blade. I'll do a blood oath right now myself. Give me a dagger. Give me that dagger. I'll do a blood oath myself right now. There's no. You heard what they said. I have to be there too. It's my decision, but you could die.
I understand, but I'm saying Dwin has a son. You know, I can't ask her to walk away from that after everything for my stuff. So I mean that's all I'm saying. You don't feel obligated, to do this.
But to your point, Vesryn, we've already done pretty dangerous things since then. I mean, we've still done. I mean, Dwin's decided.
Yes, I just don't want anybody to feel like they have to come if they don't wish to.
I mean, I feel like he can handle it. And she's just like, he's my kid.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
To that, he is both a Sagewynd and a magic, so...
Yeah, he's also Eldrin's kid, so it's going to be real hard to kill.
Yes, he was pretty tough.
Right.
He's so quiet for someone so large. Like, he can, well, he can stick around.
When we leave here, do you at least want me to let him know that he might run into his old friend, or do you want to leave it as is?
We should probably tell him what we know. Besides, I want him to know that
you believe
I believe that he can do it, yeah. I believe that he can do it.
Alright.
And that he doesn't... Well, basically that he's a man and that he can do it. He doesn't need his mother to help him. So, he's been doing good. I've just been watching over him a little bit.
Alright.
Speaking of which, well, the thesis, I mean, I don't know if you wanted to ask anything since we're here. I mean, they seem pretty knowledgeable about a lot of things. I didn't know if you wanted to.
I think what I know is what I need to know for now.
I do have another question though for what can we do with the mask? I mean, has a mask been like trying to, I mean, since magic is back, is a mask like...
Should we use the chisel on it?
The mask is trembling in fear.
The mask in here is without power.
Oh, God.
But it contains the last remnants of what was thought a dead god. But they are not, as you've heard in your heads.
Can we leave it here with you? Or will we
You may not.
Can we... Do you know
Is there
not be here.
Yeah.
Will the chisel destroy the mask?
It can destroy the mask. I don't know whether we'll free Karos or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did.
This mask contains Karos.
we've been carrying around a god with us this whole time.
We've been carrying around a corrupted evil god.
Yeah, the worst of
The
them.
worst god with us the whole time.
Nice.
And he's a jerk.
And I had words with that
And
god.
Karos is not very capable unless it gets a host. As long as you resist, it has to just wait.
We need to find a way to secure this, keep it hidden safe. If Nios gets a hold of this mask, if by some terrible act, random chance of luck that we fail, and Nios gets this mask,
Yeah, that's. Oh. But where can we, so we said we can't break it open because of our release, but we carry it around, we should just watch it until we die and pass on to someone else to keep watching it too, and then just. Because I don't know what other way there would be to.
I wish there was a little contain, a semi-plane that we could put it in,
It's like some type of bag or something. You just shove it in
bag
there.
Just a place,
and then it just is in another.
You mean like a mimic?
Yes, exactly.
Kind of like a mimic, but it goes to another
Kind of like a demi-plane or something, but it's just a void.
Yes, like a demi-plane.
Like your hut.
Yes, kind of like that.
You have your hut.
But I wanted to stay in there when we're carrying it.
I mean, there's a very
hole or a bag.
Oh, I do like the idea of putting it in a demi-plane, but we could just, put it in a box with a lock and then have one person carry the box and then someone else carry the key, and the person carrying the box doesn't know which of us has the key. Just so.
That's a great idea.
That might work for now.
Then,
and
they have to go through all of us to try to find the key.
And every day, whoever has the key has to switch the key around for somebody else. But who knows?
I don't know. This is
mask. But the mask can get in all of our heads now at this point.
Yeah, they already reached out to all of us.
And even other people. Remember, we reached out to Taliesin. It's reached out to everybody. Not just to us, the people we're around to reach out to. You remember Taliesin was nabbed?
Powerful.
It has been calling to all of you?
Yes.
It has, yes.
Actually, I don't think it's come out to me yet because I'm too smart for it. So.
No, you have, because you've had conversations with it. You've reached out.
Yeah.
You've made contact.
Exactly. I reached out to it and said, you know what? But it can reach out to other people because it reached out to Taliesin almost luckily with I forgot who caught up with them, but luckily because that was close. Remember how close that was? He was out there I don't know who heard or whoever got them. So. No, we don't do it about ourselves, but it can just nap someone else. We're walking down the street, and that's one pickpocket, then next thing
We
you know,
definitely don't want to bring it to the eye, because then it could just reach out to Nios.
True.
It may not be in a dormant state then, or it is not in a dormant state then.
No.
Which is why
So it is at least awakened.
Very much so.
I don't like the sound of that.
Is there a way to put it to sleep? Maybe not even kill, just put it to...
From what I had learned from other people who have come across it, across Elixia, it stays dormant unless it's used or kept on people for too long, for a certain amount of time. What time that is, I'm not sure. And when it's dormant, it is relatively safe, unless whatever you do brings its mind up again.
Like using the mask, wearing it for a moment.
If it's dormant, it had been worn many times on Elixia during the festivals.
Well, when we came across the mask, members of Karos's people were doing things to try to bring it to life.
Maybe they succeeded and didn't realize it.
Well, I think when they succeeded, we stopped them and ended them before they could do anything else with it. But it's been calling to us ever since we found it.
You should calling us out loud too. Like it's
you
like
should-
beyond that. It's not been in our minds anymore. Like you can like he's like being able to breach like actually just out loud. Before we're just in our minds, and now it's moving beyond that.
You need to steal your minds. If it takes hold on one. That was not a pun, but it was a good pun.
I'm sorry.
So what do we do with this thing, though? I mean, we can't carry it around for the rest of our lives. At some point, we need to find a way to dispose of it. I mean...
Then do so.
I was gonna say
how we can dispose of it.
Preston, I think this is I think they're trying to tell us that we're just gonna figure it out. I think it's what it's trying to tell us. We're gonna figure it out on our own.
Well, I mean, all we have to do is figure out how to make a cigarette like this and throw it in.
It's easy enough. I mean, you can make some, get some stones and clays.
Speaking of your decorations here, those little square things that you put on the thing, what is that called? What kind of art style is that? What is that?
Mural tiles.
Rural tiles. Rural tiles. That doesn't roll the tongue very well. Rural tiles. Okay.
You know?
Perhaps you'll come up with a better term.
Well, I was thinking something similar to music, because Dwayne does a lot of music, but, changing that U to a different letter.
Muralistic?
No, like
guess that's a little better.
Mosic, something along those lines.
Mysic.
Language is
Kind of like mystic.
language is fluid. If you come up with a better term, it may stick.
That is true. That's very true.
Mosic tiles.
Mosic? Not quite. We need like another like vowel in there.
Mosaic?
Mosaic?
Moziki.
I love how we just totally derailed.
That was funny.
A serious conversation about destroying a god and our fates, and then
saving the
We'll
world.
have to chop it for.
I mean, this is important though. I mean, you have to have light into the darkness. I mean, you can't separate one or the other. So, if you can't have light moments like this, and we're gonna, there's nothing to really live for. Then at that point, it's all just.
Do you know any way that we might be able to find out if we destroy this with the chisel, if it'll kill it or free it? How do we find out? Is there any place where we can learn more about the mask?
I don't know enough about the mask or how it was created by Karos.
we're able to like.
Look
Perhaps
at it.
perhaps a god that can kill things like this could kill it. I don't know.
Do you
I'm
have
not.
any-
I'm not
about feeding
capable.
it to Craigweir.
Do you have any
we ever found
contacts? Do you have any contacts that we might be able to reach out to on, anybody on good terms above? I really don't want to
Hipley,
carry
there are
Karos.
many answers to most questions. You know that.
Yeah. So, I think, especially if you start with Coventry, though, that's a big place to start. I mean,
It's a destroyer abominations. I'd say Karos is fitting that.
Mhm. Ooh,
So he's
good
cut in
question.
half right now and has been for a very long time.
Until we can patch them back up. So, just waiting us to, to fix it, which we can definitely do.
I guess that would be my one question then. Where's the other half of Craigweir?
In the seas of Ravis.
Of course. Of
Oh.
course.
That tracks.
Is there a way to bring the worlds back together? I mean, they were all together. What caused?
You are not the only one working on trying to do that.
Is that necessarily
Perhaps.
a good thing?
I don't know if you can put labels like that on it.
True, I was going to say, it sounded dumb when I said it.
I would say if that did happen, I'm sure it would cause quite a chaotic stir here. Could you imagine a whole new continent just magically appearing in the middle of the ocean?
Well, it's a whole old continent returning from what we learned.
Yes. But I mean, their way of life is much different from the rest of the world. Trade, everything would go nuts.
A whole, yeah. They have creatures and other peoples that we've never seen.
And that goes both ways.
Cool.
It could be quite a renaissance, though.
You are capable of leaving at your leisure now. And there's a blue glow from behind you.
So this is going to the shadow film then.
I wanted to ask about. We met some people in the library. Are they on the same team?
I would almost call it hubris to assume that a library of such renown is only for one user. When used near the ley lines, though, the cross-dimensional properties of the library may be weakened. Only people who are patrons of myself or other sphinxes have access directly.
Great. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
You like the other sphinx? Do you guys even communicate at all before we head out? I've always wondered.
We communicate. The lesser sphinx from Ravis is working to try and do what it feels is important right now also.
I have one last question. Why does Chandran and his kind hate you so much?
Their type, not their type, that's not really the right word. Their magics are incapable of harming me, and I stand in the way of them closing the portals because you stand in the way of them closing the portals.
Why do they want to close the portals?
It's a bit of a story, but Ravis is godless, and that's why it exists. It was to flee the gods here. But they've grown their own gods in the meantime. If Ravis were to return, certainly the new gods and old gods would have disputes over the new reunited world.
Seemed like we wouldn't necessarily want it to come back.
If the disputes are not wars, it's not necessarily bad.
I mean,
So they just don't want their god to be usurped.
I'm not sure that what you're doing has as much to do with that as you think. Our concerns are more with, well, now actually I think that since you know that Kairos is in your hands, that is probably a concern that should be.
it's a concern.
We're going to add to the list, so.
Do you think Ravis has a god that's actually, at least a nice god that would easily fill Kairos's position?
I am only learning of the gods that are there now that that it has been open to me due to your actions.
Taliesin might be able to answer that question.
Perhaps.
He's from there.
So busy trying to teach him about our world, we didn't really ask him much about where he was.
Well, he didn't really want to talk about it.
That's true as well.
I did try to ask him, and he just was like, I can take a hint, and he doesn't want to talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Typical teenage, you got no answer.
How was school today? It was okay.
It's fine.
Did you learn
What'd you learn?
things?
Nothing.
Stuff.
Stuff.
I remember those days.
Did you make any friends? I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I guess I think we're meant to be off this way, showing us the door, doing the loud saying "get out." I think was what they were getting at.
And the Sphinx stands and
Wait,
turns.
I have a riddle for you. Because I heard you like riddles.
Get it?
Are you prepared?
I am not. But you
That's
can.
odd for a sphinx.
But you can give. You can give it.
Dusk I come without being fetched. At dawn I disappear without being stolen. I'm a poet's tears and a sailor's guide. What am I?
I broke the Sphinx. You did it.
Can you put it in Discord? I mean, I may not. I probably won't get it. I want to be able to read it.
Yeah, sometimes seeing the actual letters helps.
I probably won't get it, but I'll try.
It was like, how do you like riddles?
At dusk I come without being fetched.
I know this one.
Don't tell Jada.
I'm not
Don't
saying
tell-
anything.
Don't tell Jada.
I signed it though.
The sun? No. The stars.
Stars.
Yeah, it's a one answer. You first one, no.
I got one as well.
There's-
Sun's technically a star.
Everyone's going to give them.
I got one too.
I have a riddle.
What question can you never answer yes to?
What question you never answer yes to?
I think I know the answer.
Are you dead?
Pretty close work as well. Are you asleep yet?
Are you asleep yet?
Oh, I thought it was, do I look fat in this?
Oh, snap.
That one you should never answer.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And the Sphinx, for the first time, smiles a little.
Are you feeling alright? There's something. You ill?
And
Your face.
it turns and disappears into the darkness. But there's a blue glow behind you.
All right.
Well,
Before we go,
we should have messaged Jonathan before again.
yes, exactly. You've read my mind. Get out of my head.
Aww.
Only Hibley's allowed to go in there.
You finish each other's sandwiches.
That's what
And,
I was gonna say.
Yeah. We're going to quote the whole movie now? So I guess I would, unless you're going to make me go through, I would just kind of like send him a quick message saying, your mother has faith in you. An old friend of yours.
That's how you're going to start the sentence?
I'm just kind of giving. I'm just kind of giving you a quick rundown. Like generally, what I would say in there, you know, an old friend of yours will probably cross paths.
Tell him it's Polly. Exactly.
Yeah, Polly. What was his name again?
Polly.
Polly.
Yeah, Polly.
Polly will come by chance with friends,
To
There'll be
Elixia.
a challenge.
and there'll be a challenge. I don't know what kind, but
Your mother has faith that you will make the right choice,
exactly.
and she loves you. Stay
Okay.
safe. Protect Grandma.
It says what's up.
Hibley says, "What's up?" Yeah, there you go. There's one.
Oh, there's one more thing I want you to tell him, because I've been meaning to tell him this, but it hasn't really been a good time. Your happiness will never outweigh your commitment to what you believe is truthfully good and right.
I will have to do a separate sending for that.
Yep.
Because there's no way I'd be able to say everything else and that. But yes, I will do that.
Tiffany, it's fun.
Does he respond to any of those?
Of course. Thanks, Mom.
Oh my god.
So when he says that, does he say that with the first one, or does he say that with the second one?
To the first one. I'm not sure he would know how to respond to the second one. It's
So
too
the first
deep.
one, so after he says that, when I do send the second one, I go, I'm not your mother. This is Uncle Vesryn, and this is all she wants me to say to you. But I'll relay that to you that I.
And probably there's sort of Powley's on the other world or something like.
We told him.
Yeah, but you told him.
He'll realize when the moment comes.
Yep.
Hopefully he'll make the right decision. Are you sure, Twin? Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
think
I
so.
can't ask any of you to do this.
Go where you go.
I have to look out for you guys apparently, so I mean like eventually yeah, we're just gonna have to so
I said you're my brother. I'm not going to let my brother go alone.
All right. I just kind of look back. Does this take us into the dream, or does this just takes us to the crystal?
And there's nobody there, so.
Thought I'd ask.
thanks.
One of those.
He Batmaned us.
Oh, I love that book series.
Yeah, they're just mad because you guys took them out the riddle, which is awesome by the way. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hit you with all that, guilt about, not knowing all these answers, but he didn't have an answer for either one of our riddles. He needs to go study too. And I'm going to jump through before you can say anything to me.
The portal disappears. I was going to say portal's gone. Get up the stairs.
It would have gotten it on the first
Yeah.
try. I wasn't going to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing you. All right. Well, Vesryn will step through.
I follow.
Yeah.
Through the gem?
Into the portal.
Oh, the portal doesn't work that way,
Yeah.
Oh.
Walk into the he said there was a blue light. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
it's that shard of the gem, the really giant one
Oh.
sitting there.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the
So
I
we're
guess we
back in-
stand around.
Are we back in the cave?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we're back in the cave?
Are we right by it? Do we have to bypass the security system?
No, you're right by it. It's right there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All ready for this?
Let's repeat what we did last time.
I'll say something a little more specific, like I want to go see my mother.
Did Trouble come with us too? Did he travel along with us as well?
Trouble is right there with you.
Oh.
All right, you got to pick
You
him
haven't
up.
traveled
Make sure
yet.
Trouble looks in the.
I got it.
Look here, Trouble.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Don't turn to stone though, okay? Just.
I will make Soul disappear for now, just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
I help carry trouble because
I got it, okay? Like,
So
okay.
to make it work, you all have to stand around it, put your hands to the side of it, enter the dream state, and then exit the dream state when you're ready.
All right.
okay, I hope trouble can do it.
Guess we'll know when we see him in there.
I guess so.
I wonder
What
what Trouble
kind of
dreams
dream?
about.
God, I was gonna say,
Oh, I mean,
What's
that's
Trouble dream about? Just eating stone. It's all we see. Trouble like stone.
Stone.
Maybe we'll see his former master.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Maybe we'll see his like siblings.
Yeah, whatever life he had before.
Uh,
Yeah.
Imagine he had like a hatchling family.
Yeah. We'll step through, and I guess we'll
And
enter the dream state.
And you, after you all connect, you all start floating into it, and you see yourselves outside of it, and you float upwards and into a cloudscape. What do you do when you're inside? When you're all
Remember,
inside?
Don't touch each other. We're gonna
Start
intentionally
touching
stick
everybody.
together.
Start touching everyone. I grab Hipley by the face. Let's see what you got, Hipley.
You don't want to know.
All right. I will think about my mother, and I will think about what I know about the Shadowfell and try to focus on her. Like, hopefully try to get as close to her as possible. Do we want to do anything while we're in here? Do we want to explore any other dreams? Like I said, Trouble's dreams.
I will actually explore Trouble Streams, like we're gonna pet Trouble.
Yeah.
Like after you said, I'm like definitely gonna pet Trouble before we go to like pet.
Is Trouble in here with us? Can we see Trouble's dreams? His vision?
Well, no, it's being held by Hipley coming in. So you don't.
All right.
I mean, if you saw its dreams, boy, if it dreamt, I don't know if it would dream about eating. I think it would dream about like things that make it safe or make it feel warm. It might actually dream about being petted by Hipley, that kind of stuff. That's probably what it would dream. Things like that, or the rest of you.
Yeah, like just a nice like bed or
Yeah, cozy
Probably, like,
spots.
yeah.
Let's never get to answer that question, Scott. Never done those things.
Spooning.
Probably like sunbathing because like lizard.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I mean like we know dogs dream about running, so.
Yes.
Maybe it dreams about eating that dragon that we stopped it from eating.
It's like, oh, I bet it would have been so tasty.
Next time we'll get the full dragon, but we'll get the full.
Dragon would have been a nightmare.
Yeah. All right. So if there's nothing to explore, then yeah, like I said, I'll try to do my best to focus and think about where my mother might be in the Shadowfell, and try to use it as a, as the party suggested, try to get as close to her as possible.
Say her name.
Do we need to hold hands again? I think that's what we did last time.
Yeah, we had to hold hands.
And I will say Solana, and Solana Magic, and try to focus on her. That's where I want to go.
And when you hold hands, the sky turns dark. The clouds start rumbling with lightning and thunder, all in the distance, but always feeling like it's getting closer. And you feel yourself going back into your bodies, and then suddenly you're in what seems to be darkness, and the glow of the blue stone is just super faint, and then it's gone, and you're in a place that, can I get a
Perception.
wisdom save from everybody?
A save.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this isn't
got
good.
It's a Shadowfell.
Let's go.
Oh.
Right?
That's
15. 15.
17 for Desus.
21.
14.
Oh, a natural 19.
I'm doing natural, not 19.
And you feel this, all of you just feel this weight on your heaviness in the air that just feels like dread in the air. There's the sky is dark, but you see shadows floating around in it or flying around in it. There are trees in the distance, like a forest, that looks like it's just constantly leaning a little bit towards you. There's just enough light to even see, just to see the shadows of things, the silhouettes of things, and then the group of you, and all of you even look like color is a little sapped from you.
When the upside down.
My blue went gray.
Is it a little humid or some sort of humidity?
I will try to summon Soul for like a light source, as well as to see, if it helps deal with some of that heaviness of this place.
And Soul is here. The light of Soul is much dimmer. And Soul is smaller.
Does she look like it's heavy on her? Like maybe
Oh, yeah.
I will. I'll call you if I need you. Stay safe, and I'll snap her away. I don't want her feeling like that if it's that much for her. I was hoping that it would brighten for us, not punish her.
How's I still have the lantern going. Is it just dimmer?
Yeah, the light's dimmer.
Okay, but it's still going.
Yeah. And you hear a noise from behind, and like a crunching of leaves or something. And then, but there's
that?
nothing there.
Solana? Mother?
No response.
Let's all take a moment to kind of get our bearings, maybe just let's all just kind of take a
I
couple.
can cast see invisibility.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm casting see invisibility as well.
I use my sword ability for true sight.
I look with my eyes.
Yep.
And
Hipley, what do your human eyes see?
Hipley, you when you turn and look, if you put me on, I'll make sure you can see here very clearly. You will see here like no one else. I'll help you out, and only you.
I think I can see clearly enough. And I got. That's why I have friends that can do that too. So you're not special. I think it's even better. So don't flatter yourself.
Is Kara
And
Is
when
he telling was it took out loud? Or was it just
no, it was just in your head.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about my apologies.
No. And when you turn where to see over there, there's a branch that's sort of moving on a tree that isn't moving from the wind. It's like something was there and it moved when you turned or before you turned and disappeared into the dark. But somebody said they had true sight right now. Cerridwen, you see actually that there is somebody maybe 30 feet away peeking out from a tree. You see like like this much of a face, like a little bit of face, scraggly hair.
I actually I don't see them, and I'll kind of just walk casually through the woods. Hello.
Where's one going?
I'm following Dwayne.
Again, we're all
Yeah.
together.
Does the person leave?
Make me a perception check while you're looking.
You guys were using the buddy system from now on. I'm in
18?
you can't die. So
Did Hipley just say use the buddy system? I mean, he literally walks ahead of everybody every time.
Who are you?
When you notice them, you realize they're not looking at you guys, they're listening to you guys. That instead of seeing the front, you're seeing more of this part of their face, and it's like they're not looking as much as they're trying to hear you.
Can I tell if the person's human or male?
It looks well, actually the ears are pointed.
No, I guess I'll just be talking as we're moving. Like, we need to find my mother and anybody else that might have been taken.
We're
should
from
we stick together though? Seriously, we need to make sure we're close.
Elixia. We came to take you back.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know anyone who's listening.
Well,
And Cerridwen, you see that person move back and move to another tree, trying to be very stealthy, but you can see them. The ones who are seeing invisible cannot see this person. So you know.
Mm-hmm. I'll turn to the group so my back is to them. I mean, to the person spying on us, and then I'll make a minor illusion of the words. I can see someone. Just play along.
he almost reads it out loud because someone who's looking for the words
It just smacks him.
Well, let's just pick a direction.
I'm glad we came here in peace. I'm very happy that we're here on a peaceful journey to rescue people. I will say.
Well, I just hope we got people left to rescue. just like I'm not going like directly at the person. I'm kind of like casually. You know how you like pretend not to look at someone by like looking around?
Yeah.
Doing that. Yeah.
And going in that general direction, but not in their direct direction.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Doesn't it feel kind of cold in here? I mean, it's a little.
this place is very oppressive.
And it is cold.
Keep walking.
And this person keeps trying to keep like trees between them and everyone else. But they're also acting like they know they can't be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So even when they run between the trees, even though trying to be stealthy-ish, they're not like crawling and trying to stay under brush and all that. They're just trying to move low and move quickly, as quickly as they can between them.
Okay.
Make me a perception check, Cerridwen.
Natural 20
Hey!
First natural of the night.
for 29.
Dang, jeez. Okay.
Always.
Jesus.
You notice that they're they're running or stealthing along with someone very small next to them. A child or a tiny raised gnome or something, if it's that. The rest of you do occasionally see a bush move a little bit or some leaves kind of a little bit.
I'll just say stuff every so often like, it really would be nice if somebody could come out and guide us. I wish there was somebody we could talk to here that would be friendly and maybe tell us where we're at and how to navigate this place.
You're right, Russ. That would be wonderful. Someone could some nice fellow could just let us know where we need to be going. That is a great point, especially for good people such as ourselves. That is a great point.
I'm gonna turn to Vesryn. I got kind of a weird idea. Do you know your mother's favorite song?
I mean, perhaps what would be? I mean, I would think I would. Whatever she would have sung.
Yeah, you would know. You would know it.
Yeah.
What's a good song name?
I don't know.
Miss-
What was the good goddess, the moon goddess's name? I have to look at my notes.
Mave and
Torve, right?
Torve, yeah.
I would say like Torve's slumber or something like that.
Torve's
Something
lullaby.
like a lullaby. Yeah, Torve's lullaby.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know that one. And she'll just kind of like pull out her penny whistle. Yeah, she'll pull out her flute and start playing the song on it in hopes that Solana hears it, that she'll.
And I feel like that song would be like an Elixian special song because
Yeah.
When you play it, it sounds like it's playing in a different key, like a minor key, and sort of more down than it should. But it is coming out as the music you're playing. It just, even the sound of that sounds a little different. And that
Go on.
And that person stops and peeks out from behind the tree. Not peeks out, turns their ear. And they sort of freeze in place, like they're listening.
I'm going to attempt to basically transpose it up so it will come out right.
Okay. And you're a capable enough musician to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
even
she'd
as
have
it
to do-
fights you, like the place fights it.
Haha. Takes her a minute.
Your
but
face,
she does it.
Shadowfell.
And the person that's there, they look like they bend over and maybe say something to the other person. And that, I mean, you don't really see that person, but you can tell that this person's talking to that one. And they get on their hands and knees, and they kind of crawl under the bushes. And you're able to see them kind of crawling under the bushes. And they think that they're not visible to anyone. Make me a perception check.
These are some bad slides, you guys. How is Treble doing? Is he feeling like he's probably feeling pessimist too? Are they doing okay?
Are they instead thriving? Is it the opposite?
I'm alive! I got a 25, so I'm definitely alive.
Okay. So you see this person's face for the first time. And you have seen drawings and paintings of this person in life. But here their eyes are like gray, and their body is a little deformed. Their nose seems to be out and down. Their ears, even though they're pointed, they seem to be branching. Their faces are long and sallow. Their hair is like wisps of what's left, but it is 100% Vesryn's mother in some form. But it's you think that they're not looking at you as much as they're listening, but it may be that they can't see.
I think Vesryn would sing along like the way his mother used to sing to him.
I'm just gonna keep following them.
And she starts moving closer to where you're playing. Still, she's wary in a way that she would not normally be, obviously. And while you're playing, you suddenly hear like a screech from the sky. And she drops to the ground and starts scurrying away on all fours under brush, trying to find a deeper, darker place.
Do we all see that, or just
Only Cerridwen sees that.
Okay.
Do we see the bird?
Do we hear
You
it?
just see a shadow in the sky.
Okay.
We hear it, right?
You heard that, yeah. You heard the bird, or whatever it was, screech.
All right, in the bushes.
Yep.
She's in the bushes.
Yeah, duck.
Look,
Duck.
Okay, everyone together, Singapore, looks like Singapore, make sure we're all together. Buddy systems go together. Okay, let's go. On his knees. Oof. Okay.
As we duck in, I try and use my druidcraft to maybe expand some of the brush.
I could summon my tower.
Oh my gosh.
Drop the tower on the bird.
Okay, no.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
And-
Someone's dropping a building.
And a few moments later, up ahead of you, there's a crashing, and this bird, as big as the tree almost, lands with a thump in the middle of everything and screeches as it starts looking around. It tears at a tree and pushes it over and moves a little ahead, and then it lifts itself up a tree and then flies off again when it finds nothing to prey on.
What the hell was that thing?
Very big bird.
Yeah.
Like a giant eagle shaped thing. I'm not sure.
Are they still here?
You have a big bird too, though.
Trouble, if you see that trouble, go ahead and freeze. Then freeze that. Like, don't do the question. You just freeze
I
that.
try to find Solana again.
Should we stay, on the ground like this as we go forward? I mean,
You don't see them. You want to make me a I guess an investigation check would be the best.
at investigation. That's
Something I'm good at.
But you rolled a 2.
I got an 11.
Okay. You don't see Solana.
I lost him.
Who was it?
Lost one.
I'm pretty sure Solana's here. But, she spent a long time here. I think the Shadowfell has altered her. I don't think she could see. And, she looks different. I mean, I've seen paintings of her, but I think it's her.
I don't care what she looks like.
Where did you see them last one? Maybe if there's tracks or something I could try and...
Maybe a scent? Yeah, I'm gonna point to where she scurried off.
I'm going to immediately send my last sending for the day. And I'm going to say, Mother Dwin says you were listening to us as we were singing before the boat attacked. Come back. I know you're scared, but it's me. It really is Vesryn. I want to take you home.
Get out of my head, beast! In a voice that sounds familiar-ish, but not exact.
Do we know Vesryn? Do we know that Vesryn's sending? Do you let us know that you're doing that, or are you go out when you're sending it like that?
But you would know I sent it.
Yeah, you have to speak it out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could theoretically just, like, say it real quietly if you wanted to.
And I'll say it loud enough for hopefully for here. I'm not a beast. I'm your son.
Oh, let's try to find her.
Yeah.
Can I use my oh my
And
gosh, I can actually help out. I think.
I will say out loud as well, Father misses you. And I'll say his name so she knows, the name. And I'll start naming my siblings that are still alive. And I'll say Eldrin too, but...
Maybe...
And while he's doing it, I'm going to do detect thoughts and try to see if I can track it that way. So while I ask those questions, I'm going to do detect thoughts and try to see if anything kind of responding to what he's saying like that. So I'm going to focus as hard as I can and try to just put my eyes closed, just try to pinpoint.
You're detecting a lot of thoughts.
I'm going to try to pierce through and try to detect when he's talking. I'm going to see if anything's pinging on that. So when he's saying that, see if anything's kind of you know what I mean, showing a little more.
Can you make me an intelligence check?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Come on. Let's see. Okay, well, I failed. I tried. Okay.
You hear a mind that is broken but determined. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. So when you send you're sending, you don't get a response.
Well, I didn't say listen. I said out loud after she's called me.
Oh, you
beast,
said
I
out.
did.
Okay.
Yeah. I said out loud so she hear. And one other thing I'll say after she doesn't respond is to give you proof that it's me. I'm going to leave your scroll case here, and we will step away. Come look at it. You'll see that it is really your scroll case that you left to Rotha and me. Rotha gave it to me before I went on my journey. You'll see that it's really it.
Okay. And as you leave it, can you give me a perception check, everybody?
That would be
Now I get a 13.
16.
17.
15, 16, 17.
Come on, 18, 19.
14. That was on the other end.
Oh my god. Well,
14, 15,
Okay.
16.
Full house.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Oh. Why couldn't you get an 18 so we can just continue?
yeah, come on.
In some of the brush, not very far from you, you see a little bit of light glowing under, near the ground. And the shadow of somebody moving in the underbrush as they move kind of like they're going around you. Like someone's going around you, and there's a little bit, just a tiny bit of light that you're catching. In Cerridwen, you can see that there is somebody there.
Is it the same person?
It's hard to know because they're hidden now behind stuff. But they're moving in the same way that they were in the underbrush.
It was also the brush move.
It was what?
Also the brush moving.
Yeah, you're here. You can tell there's a mind over there. It's just hard to read it clearly.
All right, let's give her some space. I mean, this is probably a lot to take in.
Yeah, let's just go that way, and she'll point to the left of this person.
We'll be over here, away from this area, so you can suspect the scroll. I promise you, Mother, this is no trick. I don't know what you've seen here. I can't imagine. And then I'll just walk.
As you're backing away, can you make me a perception check? Everybody can.
Not that. That was an 8.
It's a natty 1, yeah.
17.
Because he's trying to use the tech box, so I can't focus.
19.
23.
Okay, the Cerridwen and Desus. As you're backing away, you realize you're near a hill or something, and there's just a difference between one part and another part, like a difference in the darkness of the gray. It's like an area that's a little darker, but it doesn't look like it's covered in shadow.
And are we back into a hill that's going, now we're going down, or?
This person is between you and it. As you're backing away, you're able to see over some of the brush. And you realize that there's a hill over there.
So it's in the distance.
It's just on the other side of this person, but not super far.
Huh. That's interesting. You think that the hill is a bit darker.
Is it a hill?
Oh, is it a hill?
Is what a hell.
That thing, whatever thing
That
there.
shape?
Yeah, we just could point to it.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a hill there, it looks like. It seems like a hill.
Seems like it.
And
I'm just
this
going to be
person,
suspicious of everything
Can
here.
I investigate
and
it?
Carol,
Can
when you see this person scurrying under the brush, coming closer to where the scroll case is, what were you asking Hipley?
I was going to just investigate it, but we're good.
The hill?
Mm-hmm. I was going to use, but
You'd have to get closer to investigate.
I'll stay with the party. I'm not going to break up the so I'll stay back.
And everyone but Cerridwen sees the brush move, and then the scroll case move. It lifts up. Cerridwen, you see her lift the scroll case and sit there, and
We still have the feather in there too.
And examines it. Doesn't open or anything. Just sort of. It's a long, a dramatically long pause, just sort of staring at the case. And then opens it. And then you think you're hearing like weeping of some kind. But then they stop. What kind of trickery?
And from where I'm at, it's no trick, Mother.
And suddenly a firebolt blasts out from that area towards where all of you are.
I let it hit me.
It doesn't hit you. It looks like it's aiming to scare rather than to hit. So it goes above all of you.
I don't move.
You please hit the deck. It's like a down.
What's something only you know?
I mean, I'll start listing things. I'll talk about the time that Mother, I still think about the time when we were in the field and you drew the picture of that cleric. I met him. His name was Morkant. It started my entire journey.
Are you able to get the children?
We will get everybody if we can. I will help you find. I made a promise when I came here to bring as many people back as I can.
We only need their bodies. I have their minds put away. You can get the children out of this place.
Well, we were told ways to do it, were we not? We were told like finding certain shadows to cross back over.
Yeah, kind of.
My God,
it's easier said than done, of course.
Yeah, we have some ways, and I will list that gnome that had gotten through and had died. He made it through. Yes, if you know where
he lived through the he went through the black pond.
We might be able to find a way, or if you can return to where you were brought over, there was still an echo there. We might be able to use that to cross over as well.
I don't know where I was brought over. The world has changed since then. Where are you?
I'm right here, and I'll walk over. I'll walk with my hands up. And I'll even I'm going to leave my sword with the group, so she can see
hold on to it.
And I will walk towards her.
Cerridwen, as he's walking closer, you notice that she pulls a dagger out from the side, a hilt on the side, and just holds it like taut, like the dagger's underneath.
And I will walk close enough for her to see me, and then I will stop.
And when you get close enough, you can tell that even though she's looking in your direction, she's not seeing you. Her eyes are gray, like the white part is gray, the iris is gray, and the black part is gray. It's just a gray coating over.
May I step closer?
And she swings out in front.
Do I see her swinging? Can I see her? Is she visible now? Yeah, I was about to ask.
She's not visible.
I can't see you.
A hand comes out and touches you, and you feel that. And the fingers seem longer than you remember, and thinner. And then it moves up to your neck, and finally to your face.
He's like quivering. As this may be the first time he's been touched by her since he was a small child. And you guys would probably even hear him kind of like his voice shaking. It's me, Mother.
And she grabs your wrist, and pulls on you. And you think it's like a pull-in for a hug, and she starts pulling you into the brush. We need to get out of here. It's not safe here.
Okay, but I have friends, and they need to come
Vesryn,
with us.
what?
I have friends with me.
You've done more to this place? You weren't playing the music?
That was me.
Cerridwen.
Sagewynd.
Cerridwen, the
Yes.
That was
She's a bard.
Yep.
From Shaylee, right?
Yes, and the others you do not know. We've met in our travels. We've traveled far in our world, Mother.
Why would you bring other places to this place? People to this place?
I didn't make
It's not safe for you or them.
They came because they wanted to help me.
And then she turns her ears up, and in the distance you hear like a cawing.
I can create a magical shell to protect us.
We can go to my cave. It goes deep.
May we come with you?
Love caves.
Nice to meet you, by the way, Ghibli.
Yep. Thesis.
I'm so sorry were brought here by my foolish son.
It's okay, we chose to come.
Yeah, we
pushed
pushed him into taking us.
It's not the first foolish thing he's had us do, so it's okay. It's like on a
not
long
the most
list.
dangerous thing we've ever done, honestly.
We need to get out of this area. They'll come on their daily search.
I'm gonna reach out and try to feel for her face.
And when you do, you feel this. everything is pointier and almost like the skin is broken in a lot of places. Places on the skin seem to be frayed and splitting out. Hair, the hair is barely, wisps are left, that's it. She is old and emaciated like you've never seen anyone.
And he just like kisses her on the forehead. I told everyone he was still alive. Nobody believed me. Only Rotha.
You shouldn't have believed them. You shouldn't have believed yourself. But if you can get the children out of here, then that's all that really matters.
I need to get you home too.
Come, we need to get away from here before patrols come. And she drags you through the brush to that hill area. And there are stones that seem to be placed into the thing that if you have pretty good control over your feet and hands, you can climb up to what is obviously, when you get up there, a cave that you can climb into. The rest of you just come up.
Is it okay if I
be careful?
Bring a basilisk with us? There's another creature, just like you know.
No, we have a pet basilisk.
Is that okay?
You had good guard, honestly.
I don't care if you have a basilisk.
Well,
There's probably worse things here.
Does her little friend come with us?
You don't see that person.
Okay, cool.
And when you get into the cave, it just looks like a regular cave, and she leads you deeper and deeper. And eventually you turn a corner and you see sort of a gentle glow along a wall. And you realize there are little vials or jars or something, each filled with some sort of wispy smoke inside them.
Is this similar to the jars we saw on our island?
They are.
Where are the bodies?
The bodies have been taken. I'm waiting for them to return. I've not been able to bring them back, but I didn't want them to feel or know what they were going through. So I stole their minds away from them. And
okay. Do you know who took the bodies?
I've not met her yet.
Does she appear now? Can we see her now?
You don't see her. Cerridwen does.
Mother, I can't see you.
Oh. And you see her do something magical. And she is visible to all of you. And you see her, and she is wearing just a drape of cloth that's torn and tattered. She looks sort of like an elf if everything was stretched into like almost roots, like a very earthy form.
As soon as she appears, he just hugs her.
There's no time for such frivolity. You're in too much danger for that.
I don't care. It's been way too long. And if I'm going to die, at least one more hug for my mother.
And as she tries to resist it for a moment, but then she does throw an arm around. And she pats you like a bro pat. Will that do?
And I just squeeze her harder. And then I'll release. It'll do for now. And then I'm going to press digitation her clothes to try to make them nice again.
They stay gray, but it closes the holes. Who are the rest of you? I know Cerridwen is Firbolg.
Yes.
How is your mother?
Oh, she's good.
She lives still?
Yeah, she's in good health.
Other you should know, Cerridwen had a son with Eldrin. You have a nephew. Or you have a grandson, sorry. I have a nephew.
We didn't bring him. He's with his grandmother, his other one.
But Eldrin was useless. Why would you pick him?
Well, you know, when you're young, he's very charming. I mean, you gotta give me that much credit.
It's good to know that life continues over there.
There's some other news. Eldrin is no longer with us.
He died.
Agents of Karos corrupted my youngest brother.
I've heard that name. Karos, I mean, I
Speaking of good booty broads.
Speaking of what?
We have Karos with us too, by the way. Aelin is not... He made some poor choices, but it wasn't entirely his fault. And it led to a lot of bad things on the island, including Eldrin's death.
He had a bad seed in him from the time he was young.
I used to think so too, but there's new things that have made me believe that maybe things could have been different. But it doesn't matter. Father needs you, family needs you. We need to find a way to get you and all these children home.
You're going to need to be able to get food. Do you have food with you that you can survive on for a bit?
Yes,
What do we need to do?
Up.
Yeah.
Stocked up, and I cast good berry. Like 10 berries in my hand.
And
Little good berries.
Yeah.
I have some roots here if you need
Try.
sustenance beyond that when that runs out.
I will offer, because I actually still have one of my good berries that I will
Well, they
give.
technically, spell-wise, they only last for 24 hours.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
So those ones would be gone, but I make new ones.
I would like to give one to my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Is Braille a thing in this world? Like something like Braille? Is that a thing?
Is what?
Braille. Something like Braille. Is that like a thing in this world?
No, not that you've ever seen.
Oh, do you require any healing?
Am I injured in some way?
Well, I was wondering
She
if
starts
I
feeling
can-
around on her
No,
body.
We won't show if there's any things that we don't know about. I think she's just trying to make sure you're in the best health possible with her.
I do want to know how you found me. I've been masking this place for so long. I'm a little afraid that if you were able to find it.
Well, it's a long story, but basically we used a shard from a god to enter the dream realm, and from there we were able to find you. Not very many people will be able to use that.
I have access to True Sight, so I've seen you the whole time.
Oh. So you knew it was me?
Yeah, I knew it was you. I just didn't want to spook you, so I let things fall as they did.
Were you and Eldrin married?
Ha! No.
No.
In fact, we were quite secret for a long time. But,
Why would you keep that a secret? What?
because Eldrin's not... Eldrin was, embarrassed by me and was afraid of his positions and people being after him, and I don't know, fatherhood terrified him, so Talis and your grandson.
So your father got worse after I
Worse is an
disappeared.
understatement.
Phelan's in much better days.
Father fell apart without you. He went to sea and very rarely came home. Put Eldrin in charge at a very young age, and it just went down from there.
And what of your sisters?
They're both well. Ratha is one of the most talented mages on the island.
Yeah, she's actually been shielding the island from a bunch of crazy mages with her foresight.
Yes, she inherited that from you, Mother. She's very talented.
She had the gift. I have none of that here. I can see nothing.
And well, well, you asked about Ileana. She's good. She's actually stepped up a lot, taken over a lot of things, and she's very good at managing the family's income, the wealth, the money. But she's still the kindest heart you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
And what of your friends here? I've heard the voice of one for a moment. Two, maybe.
This is Thesis, this is Hipley, and this is Jada.
Hello.
Very talented casters.
The one that said hello. Which
Voice.
which one are you?
I'm Desus.
Jesus.
I'm just from a small island. I have no pedigree, but I am a loyal friend and call Vesryn my brother.
You smell odd.
I've been animals a lot. I am a druid. A druid of Luluwin.
That's the smell. You've been animals, haven't you, recently?
Oh, so many animals.
You smell a beast.
It's a good scent, though.
I have natural horns, though. They come in naturally.
And she kind of reaches.
And I let her.
Your tiefling?
Half, actually. I grew up thinking I was half tiefling, half elf, but found out that my mother's half is a myriad. I'm very aquatic.
That's a combination I've never heard said before.
Yeah, she says she has no pedigree, but she's actually a legend amongst her mother's people. So,
I mean, anybody can be a legend.
And then there was another voice, Hipley, right?
Yes. Yes.
And
Yep.
what of you?
I'm human. I'm a little poorly. I've let myself go to a little bit, but always centered it around. I'm a librarian, so I have a library that I can actually make appearances. It's actually pretty cool. It's like a magic library. Hopefully, when you get out, if you want to visit, you can definitely stop by. I think you might enjoy it. I mean, hopefully, when you return here, you can do something. Hopefully, get your vision to return to. Hopefully, or at least find a way.
Are there more of you?
yes.
Me. Jada.
Jada. And your voice is unusual.
Thank you.
Different.
Where is that accent? I don't think I've heard that.
It's a core.
And even though she's not looking, she tilts her head up like she's looking up and thinking. That's the deserts to the east?
Yes.
Interesting.
We just came from there, actually, from those deserts. Or at least some of them.
Where's the other one of you?
In here.
There's only 5.
Oh, if
Oh,
you're
they're a
hearing-
basilisk.
If you're hearing another voice, if you're thinking, there may be something else here. Don't listen to that other voice. It sounds kind of.
We have Karos trapped in a mask.
That too, yeah. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, because someone's offering something, just no deal.
He's evil. He's evil. He's an evil god trying to break free.
Trying to figure out how to
We're in the
Deal with
process.
it.
more
Yeah.
permanent solution. We're trying to figure that out, but
Trying to destroy him, but it will take some time. Shut up,
Yeah.
Karos. Leave my mother alone.
I don't know how to do what you need to do. I'm
We'll figure
racking
it
my
out.
brain right now trying to figure out what we can do different than what I've been doing. But there are too
Maybe
many.
Show us.
Well, and I'll share what we learned about the Shadowfell and what we were told about. There's certain places just out of, in the shadows that can act as bridges, and also my theories about finding openings that have been created, especially on Elixia.
Well, we just need to find access to the Dreamfell, Dream Plane.
We did just learn from the Sphinx that Jada has the capacity to walk us through. Even when we were in the Feywild, Jada could feel the rhythm to break us through.
That's right.
Is that how that works?
What
You're
is
gonna see.
Why is what makes your mind so special?
It's mechanical.
Like a cart?
Maybe.
Her heritage is from what was the plane like
Mechanist?
Mechanus. Her heritage, in a way, hails from Mechanus.
I don't know what that means.
Jada, could you
Jada,
give her a handshake?
Mechanus is not a god that many people know.
yeah. Can you, Jada? Would you allow my mother to touch your arm or your face? Feel what you want?
I'll just hold my hand out, and
I'll guide my mother's hand to her so that way she can feel it.
It's so cold. It's cold here, yes, but you're colder than it. And her hands are fairly dexterous. And she feels like the knuckles and she takes her hand away. I'm not sure you're going to be safe here either. I don't know what this place will do to a mind like. I don't understand you. That's all.
I get that a lot.
They're quite unique.
Well, mother, you've met my family. This is my family, my chosen family.
Then let me show you mine. And she walks over to where all those vials are, and she puts her hand out and feels them. And they start at about 3 feet, and they're stacked up to maybe 5 or 6 feet. And and they're on little shelves that she's made. And she starts running her hand across them. Follow me, and I'll go to the earliest ones. And she walks, and you realize this wall just goes deeper and deeper, and there are vials just covering this wall that goes deeper into this cave, and then it goes downwards down a hall in the cave, a natural hall, not like an unnatural one, and it goes on, and as you're walking, it keeps going, and this is a good place to break.
Jeez.
Come on.
All those people.
So many.
They're fine. I was gonna use telepathy to just talk to almost there's too many. So I was gonna say hi to all of them.
Hello.
Well, you heard a lot of voices.
Oh my gosh. My brain almost exploded. Man.
You can hear Dwayne under her breath looking at all of them. Maybe I need to write a second symphony.
Maybe.
Man.
Yeah, that's like a turn. Oh man.
We did it!
Yeah.
We did it!
Now we gotta get out of here.
We partway did it.
We're like, let's go there. Oh shit, how do we get out of here?
Yep. Yep.
He's mostly going to get out of here. Yeah, we do.
I know
We got a
what
plan.
I know two possible ways I can get some people out of here. One, Hipley, you can move your thing, your little necklace, and it'll kick you out of the Shadowfell. And it should kick you back to the primary because that's where you're from. Right.
I think we're from there, but yeah.
I could banish people, and since you're not from here, you would return to the material plane because that is where you are from.
Ooh.
But
There we go.
I can't banish myself, so.
But you can have the necklace though, so you can banish
Yeah,
everyone
if you
one
get
at
the
a time.
necklace, then
But that doesn't get all the people here. If only we had a bag of holding, Scott. If only we had a bag of holding.
But you can do one at a time. I mean, you only get one of those right.
I'll make it simple. You're probably not going to get a bag of holding.
I know. I just like throwing it out there every so often, you know.
Morgan, you only get it once a day.
Probably.
Right?
I'm not saying
But
for sure.
Banishment, I get it twice a day.
I mean, it could take a long time, but if you transmute,
Theoretically, we could do it.
if we just take time.
Hold on. Let me see something. I might be able to, if my level is high enough to where when I rest, I might be able to. I can't remember. You know, like the whole feature where you can rest. I can do it 3 times a day.
If we got time, remember what the Sphinx said? Like, I mean, when it's time, and so if we just, I'm just saying, we kind of camp out, send everyone searching everyone through.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. I wonder if you can cast banishment on yourself. I have to look that up.
Well, you can have the necklace though.
That's true. I could.
Yeah, we'll just give you a necklace.
Not that cool.
That's one way, but we would still have to figure out how to get all these jars out of here, or these.
Yeah, that's a lot of souls, and you gotta find the bodies.
Yeah, didn't you want us? We may have to go fight somebody and get their bodies back.
It's a lot of bodies though.
And what are they being used for?
Yeah.
We were going to fight the bodies too, because I mean, I think if someone's taking bodies, they're also going to use them. So that's going to be another thing, we can't damage them.
Or they might be using them for food. Who knows?
Yeah.
Crazy. You never know what's down here.
Well, then there's no way we're getting those bodies back.
Not necessarily. I mean, who knows? We'll have to find out.
Mm-hmm.
But
there might be a release, you know what I mean? We have to ascend. It's the only way for some of them. I think it's going to be how it's going to happen.
I mean, and the other thing is if we can find gates. I mean, we have True Sight, so maybe the True Sight might be able to show us a gate or something hidden here that we can't see normally.
Not getting eaten by those giant birds.
Yeah. So there's a couple options. We'll figure it out.
We got this. It's fine.
Yeah.
Potentially find another
Just the Shadowfell, right? You know.
Yeah.
You know.
It's also where the buddy system will be okay.
Your mom survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how that turned out. I do believe that at least if I do summon the tower, it's like its own kind of like demi-plane kind of thing. I think that's what it is. I can't really tell. I'll have to check. Which means at least we wouldn't necessarily be in the Shadowfell in the sense while we're inside of that.
So you can get some reprieve.
Yeah. I got to double check that, but it might be the case. So. All right. Well.
We need to take your mother there too. Let her kind of,
Yeah. Gotta get off the weight.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you. Oh, we are not playing next week.
Oh.
I'm going to. I'm going to a concert, so I'm not gonna be able to. Sorry. 2 weeks.
We could do live D&D at a concert.
We could.
All right, you guys are running it.
All right. So 2 weeks. We'll see you. See you then, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Can't do it.